The manufacture of passenger motor vehicles in Australia will finish by the end of 2017. Austrade has been working with many of those companies over recent years to help them access new customers in automotive, new markets in automotive, and even diversify out of automotive into other sectors.
In Indonesia, there's been growth of the automotive industry of about 20% a year since 2006. In Thailand, about 2 million vehicles are produced a year, and in Malaysia, there are about 800 components manufacturers in that country, so that by the year 2020, we believe there will be something like 500 million consumers in ASEAN.
A number of global vehicles, all their research and development and design have been done in Australia. Those skills can now be taken to the world, and we find, particularly from the Indian market and the Chinese market, they are demanding those sorts of skills from the Australian supply chain.
The Indian OEMs are now really focused on improving their competitiveness in a way that they weren't even 5 years ago. And that includes both new product competitiveness to make their offering more attractive to the consumer, as well as process improvements to make themselves more efficient and cost-effective.
There is still some demand for specific components which we can export to ASEAN. There's a growing use of off-road and four-wheel drive vehicles by the public, and that's creating a demand for the sorts of products that Australia has manufactured for many, many years. Lightweight materials for vehicles, clean car technologies, and specific design capabilities for individual components. They're making cars to be shipped around the region and around the world. So the market is much, much bigger, and to get into that market, generally speaking, you need to be there.
One of the key things when you realise you're part of the global supply chain is you need to keep making improvements of your product. What is it that the customer's looking for? What is that small improvement that places you ahead of the pack? It's not always on price. Yes, your quality's always got to be up there. And then they're looking for those other things that are on the fringes that make you a different supplier. Australia's less than 1% of global automotive manufacturing. If we can survive on 1% in Australia, all we need is less than 1 or 1% again, and we've doubled our business. That's a huge growth, so we don't need much to win business in Australia to be successful.